Daniel chapter 8, if you have your Bible, does anybody not have the sheet from this week? Don't look at your one from last week. Did they all get Burles in the back? Okay, Daniel chapter 8. So let's pick up at verse 9. I think I passed that by already, but we're doing prophecy. Daniel chapter 8 and verse 9. Daniel chapter 8 and verse 9. So I'll start at verse 8. Therefore the male goat grew very great, but when he became strong, the large horn was broken. Okay, so just remember, the ram is Media Persia. So let's go back and remember, Daniel is in Babylon. Media Persia is 200 miles to east. Think Iran, and Daniel's in Iraq. Think Baghdad, except it's not Baghdad, it's south several miles. But he's think Iraq, Persia. So when you understand history, you'll understand why the Iranians and the Iraqis have had so many wars. It's Persia against Arabs. And then you add on, one is Shia Muslim and one is Sunni Muslim. And it was the Brits and the French after World War I that just drew lines in the sand in the Middle East to break up the Ottoman Empire. And they put clans together that had hated each other for 2,000 years, and they made them into a nation. Which many of the problems you have in the Middle East are the result of the peace treaties that happened at the end of World War I, 104 years later, right? So we're still seeing that. If you're watching the news this week, first time ever, 4 Arab foreign ministers are meeting in southern Israel with the Israelis and the United States. There is an Arab Sunni bloc being formed to push back against Shia, Persia, Iran. If you watched this week, you saw missiles flying from the Houthis